I'm Marnie, and I've been obsessed with documentaries.
And I'm Chrissy. I haven't, but I'm giving it a go.
We watch so you don't have to. Or maybe you do, and just want a completely fact-free synopsis.
Expect spoilers and tangents.
Because we're not here to educate.
We trade accuracy for entertainment every time.
This is the Gist Project. So we had some art therapy last night.
The best art therapy.
It really was.
I guess it's the only art therapy I've done.
Me too.
Do you feel like maybe we should buy watercolors?
Yes.
Because it really was permission to do art in a way that I guess I never did.
Right. I'm going to just change what you said, though, and answer with the same emphasis, which is instead of watercolors, perhaps paint.
Sure.
Because
yeah,
the idea, I remember playing with watercolors as a kid and I sucked. And you want to go over it and you're like, more blue, and it just goes all over.
You're 1,000% right. Yeah. No, paint, whatever that was we were using.
Easy paint.
And gold, please.
Yes.
The more gold, the better.
Yes.
I know I like sparkle a lot.
I didn't. And I wouldn't have pictured that.
No, I know that, and I don't wear this.
No,
but I sure am attracted to it.
Yeah,
like a bass boat or a bowling ball. Oh, you know what I mean? Like those sparkly.
Yeah, that's fascinating to me because, I mean, well, you have a sparkling personality, which we all know, right?
Right.
That would, if someone was like, okay, what is Chrissy going to pick?
Mm-hmm.
I probably would have picked, blues, greens. I wouldn't have said brown because that's not what you'd put in paintings, but like earth tones.
Yeah.
And I mean, not to turn this around and make it about me, but I certainly wouldn't have picked bright red and yellow.
But I really like your color. I really did.
I guess it just came from within.
And I think that was the point.
So you're golden and sparkly, and who knew that I had primary colors just like a toddler?
I kind of gave a very little briefing at work, and I said, my neural pathways are buzzing.
Yes.
Because quite honestly, that was the point. And then doing the gosh, I hope we are not giving anything away, but doing art with two hands is different.
It is.
And it was pretty cool.
I kind of thought I was good at it.
I
was
felt
like, check
really
this shit out.
Yeah.
I drew 2 hummingbirds.
Did you write a word with it at all?
I wasn't going to try that.
I did. And it was
Did it work?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It like mirrored itself. It was really good.
Did you look at one and judge one versus the other?
No time to judge.
Okay, that's true.
Going.
That's true.
Just kept going.
Good. You know what else? I'm really glad that we'll have insects in this episode. Did you see that fly?
I love flies in my fall. Good God.
Okay, it's good.
Next episode, we'll have those hanging things.
For
those does this happen in other states, I wonder?
I don't know.
Is it like Minnesota in the fall, sort of?
All the insects come inside. It's not even that fucking cold out there. Quit coming in.
It is. I mean, we're feeling it here.
Fine.
So.
Okay. Well, all right. So, Moon, we're gathered here today.
Yeah. Let's get into this one.
Okay.
Another train wreck. This one is called the Cult.
Honestly, that in and of itself is actually
a
fair statement. Yeah.
The Cult of American Apparel.
Okay,
this is on Netflix again.
Yep.
Takes place mid-2000s.
And what were you doing in the mid-2000s?
Babies. I mean, take me out of any pop culture, any sort of situation.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, you know what? I graduated school.
I was going to say,
not babies yet.
Question
You're
is,
right.
What categorizes mid-2000s?
Yeah.
That could also assume half the century.
Yeah, because I guess I would have graduated with my anthropology degree in 2005. So that's mid.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
You were graduating from college, and just out of curiosity, was American Apparel on your radar?
If I could just admit something to you, I have to jump to the first impressions here.
Oh, that's right.
Just because I had never heard of American Apparel, and I thought we were legitimately going to be discussing the cult of what we wear in the United States. I did not know this was a brand.
Really?
Not a clue. So whatever I was doing in the mid-2000s, it was done with a rock.
Under a rock.
Under a rock.
Well, I shouldn't say that as if I was so hip. I knew of it. I remember the ads.
Have you been to a store?
I probably knew I couldn't afford the clothes.
Okay. Well,
so it was just like not on my radar.
Yeah. So
I graduated 2003. So I think I remember it slightly, but again, it was major metropolitan areas.
Yes.
So back to the impression. So when I looked at it,
it
reminded me of one of your vampire movies.
Oh, I see that.
I was like, what is the Cult of American Apparel? Oh, well, this is interesting. Is that what they were all, what is this all about?
Right. And then you hear the word cult and negative connotation.
Oh, I was automatically interested.
Yeah.
Brain was like, I love this. I can't wait to find out how terrible this was going to be.
So yeah, I was really surprised when I'm like, oh, it's a company.
Yeah. Okay. So in other words, you were thinking about like child labor.
What are we wearing?
Right. Okay.
What are we wearing as American? What is is the cult of fashion? I don't know what I was thinking.
I mean,
but not
the same as vampires. Marnie's piqued interest because I remember certain significant parts of it, which I assume we'll get into.
Yes. Yeah. Well, let me just give a brief synopsis here. This show is, like we said, it's highlighting the company, American Apparel, not just American Apparel in general.
Right. Two things. I wonder who thought of that title.
Its owner, Dove Charney, I think is how you say his last name, and some employees.
Okay.
This is what we're getting
just a couple.
Just a few. So American Apparel, simple clothing, no logos, lots of color, actually made in America. Oh, sexy advertising. We'll get there.
And that's all I remember about it.
That's all I have about it.
I mean, and when I say that's all I remember about it, I'm referring back to mid-2000s where I was like, I remembered the ads.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe she's doing that with her legs.
Yeah, that was some risque stuff.
And thought to myself, wish I could afford that.
Yeah. Yeah, that looked pretty good.
Well, I mean, it sounds like we avoided a cult.
I guess, yeah.
It's fine.
So, in our cast of characters, we have Dove.
This is my favorite part. You know that?
This cast of characters,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you want me to list them and their traits?
Yeah, so
Dove.
So tell me about Dove.
Unpredictable boss.
I would also add, I know we throw this word around a lot, but narcissist.
Sure. I would put that there.
I mean, I don't have a PsyD or PhD to back that, but I don't know. Gut feeling. MSW.
Well, the MSD5, the classification, I don't know. We could look it up someday. But
maybe
DSM. Thank you.
DSM-5.
I knew I was saying it right.
That I remember from my BS.
I will say like bipolar, but in the mania all the time.
Probably. Yeah.
Seemed like it.
I mean, problem is, I probably would have dated him. I would have.
I wouldn't have.
For sure. I would have been like, wow.
Nope.
Whatever journey this is.
I would have been maybe EJ. So EJ is the hipster bike messenger. That's what she's going for.
In fact, she made that pretty clear, didn't she? It was like, that was her vibe.
That was her vibe, and she wanted that vibe. By the time the show is like ending, or as she furthers the career here, she's got 2 phones and a ton of responsibility.
It's true. And I think she said that she had a pixie cut, and she didn't. Like, take it from somebody who, and I don't know if Madison would want to bring up a picture of what a pixie cut looks like.
Oh, that would be cool.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not shoulder length hair.
Did she at the time?
Yeah. In the picture, it was like, meet EJ as a part of the magazine thing, or I did that. I don't know if that was actually published, or if it was publicized, but it's that really cool thing. And her hair was like my length.
Oh,
I know. Don't tell me that's a pixie.
Yeah.
Okay. I digress.
No, that's okay. We have Johnny makeup. He dreams of a job in fashion. His previous job was phone sex operator. And he started in the company as district merchandising manager.
I dream of Johnny too.
Mm-hmm.
I love him.
Right away.
Immediate. I think he was like, "Oh, you have me walking, and I haven't even had what was it? My Mongiorno? No, it's the other one.
Ozempic.
Ozempic.
Oh,
I haven't even had my Ozempic.
Yes,
and his high-heeled, lace-up shoes.
You could see him thriving in this company,
and as our friend.
Yeah. Yep. And as our friend.
Great hair, by the way. Great glasses. Great color.
Fashion.
Great attitude.
You could tell.
Yeah.
This is where he's supposed to be.
From phone sex operator to Trainwreck star.
Yeah. Maybe he would want to be our friend.
I think so.
Like,
well, he may look at us and be like,
you guys are...
Is that what you wore to your podcast?
Yeah. And then you have Carson.
Okay.
So Carson, he left the Mormon culture by running away, if I remember this correctly. He ran away from home. He becomes a store manager, and he goes pretty far too.
Yeah.
But he goes from the golden boy to the whipping boy through the series.
Wow. I can think of so many analogies on that one. But yeah. And I actually found Carson to be pretty self-aware. Or all of these people really were self-aware. And it makes me question, like, am I missing something? Are these people older? I think they're younger than us, Moon.
Yes.
And they seem wiser.
I'll tell you, though, I don't know that they can be much younger. Maybe 5 to 10 years.
Okay.
But yeah.
I wasn't that smart.
But we didn't go through this.
You're right. Maybe it's like the survivor trauma. Like you only become wiser when something like
you get
at
out
this
of
place.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there was Michelle, the former shoplifter. And I really didn't write much else about Michelle.
I mean, she made her entrance pretty clear, and she was proud of it, or at least wasn't ashamed of it.
Yeah.
Is what we could say. And I think at the end, she kind of went out on a limb. So from shoplifter to whistleblower.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, well, I don't want to spoiler the spoiler, but
well, we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah,
we are. That's what we're doing, is spoiling the show.
Yeah.
A spoiler alert. We're spoiling the show.
Everybody should know this coming into it.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are the main characters.
Those are the cast of characters.
And 1,500 people who actually work in the Los Angeles factory.
Right.
Not featured.
Not featured. Well, they did have some snippets of sewing going on.
True.
That's actually probably who I would be, is the person sewing.
As Dove Charney comes flailing around. I don't know. He looked like he was ready to give some people hugs.
He looked like he was ready for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
His neural pathways were firing.
At all times.
All times.
You wonder if it's the megalomaniac kind of behavior where you're larger than life. So Michael Jackson-ish. That I should never say those words in sequence again, because it gives me my speech impediment. But you know what I mean? Yeah. But like where you're too big, where you're untouchable, and you just behave in such a way that it's...
Gosh, I wish there was a real life comparison. I can't think of one right now.
Okay.
So we'll go to the employee. Okay. Some of the highlights or significant events were, we talked about the cast of characters, but it was terribly interesting how the employees were hired.
It's the way I'd like to be hired.
Same.
I actually do not fault them and think that everyone should just say, this is actually just a vibe check.
Yeah. I mean, that was the truth, right?
Yeah.
And I am curious, did they actually take like the pictures and put their names? Because that's clever too.
That's what when I said like we got a little picture, and if it was publicized, that would be super cool to put somewhere. And probably, I bet they did. Like there were redeeming qualities about this company, it seems.
I agree. Like
with the exception of minimum wage and the hours they worked. But
for those employees,
right,
I guess we don't know how much the sewing people got paid.
Probably not much more.
But it had to have, I guess we don't know this at all. So 0 facts here.
Oh, right.
But
ever.
Yeah. We'll let you know if we do actually share a fact that we've looked up.
Yeah.
But we haven't. But they'd have to be paid minimum wage, don't you think?
I would
be
imagine.
having a job in the United States. I guess there's ways to get around that.
Yep. I can think of a few examples.
Pick berries maybe, but
I think they did there. If again, memory serves me, and it often doesn't, but I do think somebody said something to the degree that people were paid fairly.
Yeah.
Like, even though under circumstances of not legal, they were still paid fair wages.
Yeah. So
in fact, that was one of the journalists' comments where I actually she was probably the smartest person on the whole show, which was the woman who said it was super sexy, and alone that would be grotesque and cheap, and it was super esoterical in the sense that it was about sustainability and fairness and the pride of making in the USA. And she said that alone would be too patriotic or too woo-woo.
Mm-hmm.
But together, see how I'm using ineloquent words, and I think we're getting there, but
I do too.
Yeah.
But I think it was a company hard to nail down.
Probably.
Because we do hear a lot about Made in America right now.
Well,
and not a lot really is.
I was going to say, but like when I look at what I'm buying.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like to actually make in America is pretty interesting. So
this is made in China.
Oh, I wonder what I can't.
Honestly, if we went through everything.
This is Japan, but this is the purpose.
That's the Chinese.
This is Japan paper.
It is.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was good.
Mm-hmm.
They hired these people off the streets. They did work insane hours. Lots and lots of competition in the company.
How does somebody have competition working in a store?
Well,
I mean, I don't mean to belittle that feeling, but I'm honestly curious.
They kind of made it. No, it had to be, how do you get to the factory? How do you get to do a good enough job to get to LA? And now remember, they had a conference calls weekly with hundreds of employees dialing in, which just gives me a headache right now. How this is before Zoom.
It really was. You're right. This was before.
Are their phones are muted? Do you know what a headache it is when somebody's got
Blackberries?
Yeah, that's true.
A Blackberry.
Yeah, but so that's happening. And in the phone call, you'd have like the fool of the week. Dove would call out employees who.
I'd love to know, like, what would have constituted fool of the week.
I don't know. You're right.
What do you have to do to offend Dove at like a store level? Was he the CEO?
I
think.
Yeah. I mean, he ran the thing.
Yeah.
So,
and he gathered his own board.
Yeah, they don't think there was a board until they went public.
Well, I think you need a board in order to be public.
I don't think Dove cares what you need.
He doesn't give a shit.
It seemed like he just ran the company, like dreamt it up, wrote it down in his little notebook.
And you really wouldn't have found that attractive?
No, I probably would have.
Okay.
But I don't think the company would have found me hireable.
Oh, me neither.
Vibe check, they'd be like, ma'am.
Yeah.
Can you please move on?
Mid 2000. Well, I was also depends. We were getting married and settling down.
Oh, I was less than cool, I think.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Well, this also assumes that we're still not. But I think we're pretty cool.
I think we're cool. I'm wearing, these pants that make me feel like I'm back in high school. They're wide leg.
Oh, yeah.
I was waiting for those skinny jeans to be gone.
Thank God.
And we're back.
Guess what, Moon? Actually, I'm glad that you said that, because did you notice that I dressed up for you?
Well, you have pants on.
I have pants on.
Yeah.
I have pants on. You know why?
Your shirt tells a different tale.
It sure does.
Yeah.
I know. This is never going away.
No, I know.
I changed today because as I was setting this up, I sneezed and pissed.
Oh, there you go.
Right there.
Yeah.
And both of my kids were horrified. And then they were like, "Oh, was it on the carpet?" And I was like, "No." "Oh, thank God." As if that would have mattered.
Yeah. How many sneezes?
Just,
wow, it must have.
I really had to. No, I really had to pee.
Yeah, that'll do it sometimes.
I'm just at that age. Okay, I'm sorry. I digress.
That's okay. So they truly just highlighted this crazy work culture in this documentary.
Yeah, to a nauseating degree.
Yeah.
Because you're right. It was all about how many hours they work and the competition. And there was one guy who said he worked 36 hours in a row.
Carson.
So
he did, but he somehow made it up.
How does that, so let's play this out. That means that I started work yesterday morning at, let's say, 8.
Yeah.
I was working until 8 this morning overnight.
Doing what?
Great. Folding clothes.
Right. I mean, there's just not enough to do.
Again, I don't mean to question this, but I'm going to play Stump the Chump here. How do you work overnight in a store that closes at some point?
Great question. I really don't know the answer.
Is there really that much clothes coming in?
And then to work an additional
12 hours?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I believe him. I'm sure it was bananas. You wouldn't have this many people saying it was crazy, but still.
Yeah. It was, it did seem crazy.
I wouldn't want to work there.
No. Oh, but wait.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you what's in the welcome kit, and then you tell me if maybe you change your mind.
Okay.
So you're hired off the street according to your vibes. You get a picture taken.
Your feeling starter.
Yeah. Your starter kit includes a camera. I forgot to write down the kind.
Was it a Lycra?
Yeah. Yes, that sounds right.
Which is a really good get.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get a BlackBerry. Awesome.
Oh, they were hot.
Yep.
Mid-2000s.
Yep. You get the Hitachi Magic Wand vibrator.
Have one of those too.
Check.
Yep. Okay. I didn't have one then, so that
would have been an opening.
Right.
Yeah. That would have been mind-boggling at that time.
Yeah. I mean, well, I would have figured out where to put it.
Here's your personal massager. Oh, fantastic. Oh, my shoulder.
From 36 hours.
Oh, yeah. Do you think people actually use a personal massager
to massage themselves? No.
Although, but
why does it have to be so big?
I don't know. That particular model, I don't know.
I have it.
I do too.
And it is like 100,000 pounds.
Yeah.
And you've got to think that there's something better out there, but that thing can really go.
I don't know. Challenge for AI.
Yeah. Figure out the best and strongest.
And
vibrator.
Yeah. But it doesn't have to be so big.
Right, exactly. But in this starter kit where you had large cell phones, so you've got your large BlackBerry.
Yeah.
You've got your Lycra camera and your big giant magic wand.
Yeah. And a book. The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene.
Have you read it?
No.
I have.
You have?
I have. Addie, I know. And Addie owns it. Okay. And I've listened to it.
Well, you have. Okay, what did you learn from this one?
Well, a lot. I mean, there's a lot of mind foolery and trickery out there. I read it curious.
Yeah.
I'm still curious. And I wonder how much is actually exhibited out of natural leadership and enthusiasm, where people who are naturally enthusiastic can also mimic that, or a narcissist or similar, somebody who would write down the 48 Laws of Power, like, well, I better do this, and this, that would be a handbook for a naturally enthusiastic person. It's about getting like mind control and getting people to like you and doing favors for people. It's like this playbook of how to control people.
Yeah. I had to look at a snippet of him, and I should have probably clipped and linked to the show, but he says a lot of people are reading this book and misinterpreting it or misusing it.
Oh, for sure.
They're just going through these 48 laws without reading the context behind it, the thought process. So then I'm betting, well, I can't bet anything, but it seems like it was misused
totally
by Dove here.
It's an interesting book. It gave a lot of background in Stoicism and historical context of how people through history have exhibited certain behaviors and netted certain results. Therefore, it was collated in this book.
Yeah.
I don't fault Robert Greene. I am curious why he wanted to be on the board of American Apparel.
Right, because
what was his role?
When they went public, he's on the board.
Do we know what board position? I should maybe know that you don't know.
No,
because I don't know.
No,
that would have been something I would have cared about.
My synopsis is, this is terribly thorough.
Right.
My review.
It is.
But no, I forgot that part.
Fully guiding the conversation.
Yeah. Okay. So there's employees that live with Dove, which seems a little
not normal.
No, could you imagine living with your boss?
No, not in the slightest.
No, not even coworkers.
There'd be some I'd be happy to be roommates with.
Well, there's that, but
in a Big Brother sort of scenario.
Yeah.
And maybe 100 years ago, this took place. I mean, I guess, think about it, Moon.
It's like the real world.
It's like the real world, with adults, and they were talking about hooking up.
Oh yeah, there was a huge sex culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't really get into that too much, though.
No, they did mention Dove's girls. You were afraid of them, I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
Because he'd kind of sick them on you. And there was that, narc culture, kind of telling on other people to get ahead.
Which is also weird.
Yeah.
And because he would be on the phone and you'd be talking shit about someone. And then, right there. Why would you trust Dove?
I don't know.
Ever.
I guess I wouldn't.
No.
Trust him as far as I could throw him.
I mean, I would have loved to have been a Dove girl, though.
I
see, I know. This is where we differ.
Yeah.
Where I would have been like, fuck yeah, what do you need me to...
and I would go tell my guy Blackberries and be like, what the hell is going on? Yeah, who's sewing what down there?
Yeah.
ICE is here.
Right.
Because that happens. ICE comes and takes 1,500 undocumented employees away,
which is illegal.
Of course. So but if you think about their workforce, imagine that's gone. They're gone.
Well, and if memory serves, again, questionable, Dove tries to do something with our government to overturn. I think he's so outside of himself that he thinks that he'd be able to overturn the law.
Yeah. And he's all for having open borders and
that's right,
open immigration. And that's a topic for a different type of podcast.
It is.
But that's his worldview, is why not just let people come in and work,
right,
undocumented,
but work for my factory?
Yeah, there's a kind of a host of problems with that.
Yeah.
And talk to your HR about it if you have questions.
Yeah.
It just probably shouldn't happen, right?
Legalese won't come from this podcast.
No, because we are definitely not experts on any one subject, but legal issues is probably on the top of the list of things we know nothing about.
It sure is.
Yeah.
It sure is. And apparently Dove Charney, because from having illegal workers, which is not uncommon. So I'm not going to nail Jello to the wall on that one. But his sexual liaisons with his colleagues or workers, employees, which I'm going to take a stab here, and maybe you have it on your list of topics, but he had people sign waivers, or legal term papers that essentially maybe you have the wording, but it prohibited them from like bringing any sort of claim against Dove or American Apparel. So they were silenced. In other words, if I give you a 20-cent raise, sign here and take a bunch of 20-somethings who are just happy to get the raise and his attention for that matter.
Yeah.
And they'll do anything.
They got promoted. That's what the lawyer says. There is a lawyer on the show. Okay. It's funny that this was a big part of the show, and I must have been not really paying attention. Here's what I have about that. Recession hits in 2008. The employees are gone. The ICE audited in 2009.
Okay. Yep.
Dove was sued for sexual harassment. Dove spirals. And most of his closest employees quit or were fired. End of show. But quite honestly, but he did. You're absolutely correct. He had those employees sign
non-disclosure.
Exactly.
There it is.
Yeah.
There's a legal term that I just remembered off the top of my head.
You got it.
You're right. They did. And he was then just deemed an unorthodox executive.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at my notes here. Oh, and remember how I shared that lady used big words that made a lot of sense? She said transgressive and idealistic. I think I said esoteric, which is not wrong, but it's also very not right.
But we're going to go with it.
It's true. I saw a schefflera.
I don't know what that even is.
It's one of the, I've got 1, 2, 3 scheffleras.
Plants.
Yeah, plants. It's a plant.
I do know what it is.
Yep.
An umbrella plant.
Is that what they're called also?
I think so.
We'll get to the bottom of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a schefflera, I think, in one of the People cameo.
Okay. So like their new life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like looking back life.
So that person is clearly grounded. Owning plants. Well, good for them.
I know. I noticed
that. I think the common name might be umbrella plant.
I can't wait to find out.
Who's going to tell us? Somebody write it in, please.
Yeah.
Also, no, we're not checking comments because we don't want negative feedback. So,
yeah. I'm
tell
scared to death of you people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let it be known.
All 23 readers. So, Dove, okay, there was the company went public. There's a board. There was an independent auditor from the board of directors.
Yeah.
They did eventually find some damaging info on Dove's computer or server. And this is what they said. It crossed the lines of it crossed legal and ethical lines.
Okay.
And so he was fired. The board fired him.
Wait, before we go there, let's go back to the recession.
Let's do it.
Because holy shit. No wonder. But while the recession was happening, this company, if I remember, was still growing.
They seemed to be growing, but it was a fast crash.
Okay.
I feel like it was a fast crash when it came.
Well, anybody who could afford that was probably spending too much money on their house also.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least in the American culture of our debt and vanity.
Yep.
The rest of us were just getting by. You're right. So, Dove spirals.
Yeah.
So then he already had, but suffered no consequences because he's now employed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He never faced sexual abuse charges, and he's the CEO of a company.
Why did they need to, hide the identity and the voice of these people?
I don't know.
Because that felt a little over dramatic. And then they gave they had people account for what happened, which was, I'm not condoning at all. Right. It was wrong. But why, if they can't sue and if they can't say anything, does that just mean they're truly silenced? Like they're not able to tell their story even without any repercussions or money?
Right.
That doesn't seem fair.
No. All from signing something you really don't understand as like a 20-something.
Right. And even if you say that, American Apparel no longer exists.
Yeah.
So who are you hurting? I found that to be odd.
Yeah.
But then I also wondered, is this a train wreck thing where they're like, let's just
kind of end it?
Yeah.
And we've gone over time.
Which, yeah. And he's at Yeezy right now.
Yeezy.
Did you know what Yeezy was?
Kanye's clothing line, or is it his company?
I think it's shoes.
Shoes.
I think they're high-end sneakers.
I'll just say that will never be in my home.
You don't have them.
Nope.
We don't have any either.
And it's not even on my wish list.
No.
Not even.
If you could pick a shoe that is on your wish list, though, what would it be?
I mean, like Birkenstock?
Yeah.
Like pretty much any of them.
Okay.
But feeling a little nostalgic, do you remember Eastlands?
I sure do.
Yeah. Okay. I saw somebody rocking a pair of those.
No shit.
Like an older lady.
She was like, I still have them.
Yeah. And I was like, gosh, that was smart of you, man.
Yeah. Hold on to those gems.
Because I'd like to see those come back.
Gosh, are they still made?
Somebody should look it up for us.
Vans never went out of style.
No.
But Jenko jeans did.
They did. But now we're getting back to wider legs.
Yep. Which you're celebrating today.
Yes.
I've got the boyfriend cut on.
That's a classic. You can't really go wrong there.
But colors change. I was going to put dark denim, and then I was reminded that no.
Not right now.
Not right now. No, you shan't.
Nope.
And by the time it comes back around, the cut will be wrong.
Yeah. You can't win. And there is the cult of American Apparel, because God forbid you have clothes that can stand the test of time.
I feel like
style-wise.
You're right. The people who have the timeless style, it's like the guys on Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
Yeah.
Like how can you wear a pair of Levi's that look that good all the time and so timeless? Button-up shirts, cashmere sweaters.
Yeah.
There are things.
There are things
that we're not wearing right now.
And most of us, I guess I would say I don't see that a lot.
Not where we live.
Well, you're right. In middle America.
Right.
Where most of us live.
Right.
Yeah.
Just cold and tired and alone.
Exactly. Well, gosh, that is really all I have.
Yeah, that's all Trainwreck put together for us.
Yeah.
That we remember.
Trainwreck. Yeah, exactly. There could be more, but not that we're going to go over. Let me just say, that's the gist of American Apparel.
Well, there you have it. You may have picked up on a fact or two.
Or just convinced yourself you did.
Either way, that's the Gist Project. Never educational, but always entertaining.